that's it. Alright, I don't know why the camera is so bad. Okay, so this message is like kind of spiritual. This is like a spiritual message. Wait till 44 people come inside. So I'm channeling, I have 3 different like pages. What? I have like 3 different yeah. All right, let's get it. So I'm actually channeling Death Row Records. Okay, I seen that you guys liked the last video, even though we wasn't trying to do that, but this is gonna be based on Death Row Records. Okay, Suge Knight. Okay, he is an Aries. I looked it up. I looked it up, hoes. It's given. Okay, so we just gonna start like that. So, but first of all, this message is for people who have been to jail. First of all, if you've ever been to jail, this is for you. If you come from like a lineage of like criminals, if you have like, you ever like, a lot of people in your family like have criminal histories, shit, you actually been to jail for like over 10 years, this is for you as well. This is also for people, I was also hearing when I was in the shower, I took a shower, and I was channeling something where it's like someone's mad because they try to kick you out of something and then you just create your own shit. Okay, so I'm kind of getting that. I guess we'll just keep going. So today I like seen like a couple stories, right? I seen like a couple stories like online or whatever like that. Hey y'all. And it was interesting, so I wanted to see what's going on. I kind of don't have anything more to say. I'm just gonna channel it. Okay, so boom, we're gonna start here. So I was like watching this documentary about Suge Knight, right? And this balloon is killing me. There you go. So basically they were talking about how he was in the NFL, right? So like his family was probably already ranked in, because 10 times out of 10, like when you go like straight, you go straight from like, you know, high school to like doing something else, you're ranked in, right? So we've been talking about like shamanism, Freemasonry, whatever. Okay, I think this is like still the same thing. I don't know why we're touching to the music industry so much, but of course music rules the world, so I guess this is symbolic. So okay, so I'm channeling like gangster rap, like actual like gangsters who rap, okay? But I'm kind of getting like these people are using like rap as like a cover up for what they're really doing. Okay, I'm also getting something about something about hip hop is significant, like the era of hip hop. All right, we're gonna be talking about Tupac, who else in there? Biggie, Snoop Dogg, fucking Boosie again. Okay, this is all symbolic. Also, if you're irritated, you mad, you might as well not get in this hoe, because I be irritated when other people are irritated and they join the live still. Like, you read the title, you read the comment. Like, you read it. Like, you know what to expect, and if you don't, like, that's your problem. Anyways, so we're gonna get it going. So I'm getting something about, like, you, or, like, people wanting you, your lineage, your family to be like outcasted, rejected, or like not there, okay, because you're the best of the best, so y'all do this shit the best. Nobody else can do it just like you. Okay, I'm also getting something about literally death row, like death. I'm also getting something about like something that you signed, like if you signed your life away, you signed your signature on something, your life is now in someone else's hand. I'm also getting something about the fucking mark of the beast for some reason, like in jail for some reason, like they're giving out the mark of the beast in jail, and all that shit. But okay, so back to Suge Knight. So I don't know why I've been thinking about all these songs. So y'all know I was dancing to that song. It's a Gucci Man song, and it's on the Evil Genius. Um, it's on the Evil Genius thing, right? And it's like they want to lock me up like Suge Knight, but I didn't know who that was. I'm young, but like same time, like I did not know who the fuck that was. So I was just like, whatever. It's yeah, it's really not giving what needs to be gay. So I know who that was. So I had to look him up, right? So anyways, this nigga's an Aries, right? He was in a football team, right? And the reason I'm telling his story is because it's symbolic to this message. I just feel like it is. So he was in the NFL, right? And then like, you know, he started hanging out with different people, I guess. And they said that he was not in the drug gang at first, right? Because all of this shit is symbolic. All of this shit go together. Like the fucking the wars on the street is combined to the fucking hip hop, combined to the motherfucking jail, combined to the motherfucking devil, combined to everything up. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Suge Knight and Vanilla Ice. But I feel like that was like an agenda as well, because y'all think about it like, okay, this nigga, they said Vanilla Ice basically helped this nigga like gain rank, right? They were like, exactly, okay, but we getting to it. Can y'all let me get the story out? So that was like basically Suge Knight and Vanilla Ice. I didn't know who that was. I didn't know who that was either. I just know, like, you know, Tupac and Snoop Dogg and all of them niggas, right? So like I'm looking up the story, I'm just watching the documentary, and I'm like, damn, this shit is really intriguing. And so, you know, Vanilla Ice is white, you see what I'm saying? And, like, some friends from Suge, I don't know if this is symbolic too, but some friends from, like, they was like, yeah, he was, like, normal. They was, like, basically saying he was normal back in the Gap. But you guys know a lot of football players and people who get into certain sports, they are actually pretty dangerous. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, basically, come to find out that they said that he was hanging around the wrong groups, wrong crowds. And then he went to jail for shooting somebody or something, and he got out. So, of course, after that, they dropped him, right? They dropped him, so then he started going into the music industry. I'm not really quite sure how he just had the ability to go into the music industry, but they said that he was working with Bobby Brown. Y'all, this is all symbolic, so just let me tell the story. They said he was working with Bobby Brown, right? And they said that, I don't know. They just said basically he did something for Bobby Brown and Bobby Brown hired him, right? So he was doing that for a good 10 years. Then he started his own shit, right? And I really been looking at him like, you know, music industry shit, like how people start like their own labels and shit, because it's really like interesting. If y'all really like ever looked at that shit, like how people really like you don't even know like if these, like a lot of these artists would never even be big. Like a lot of these people, they just be like, hey, let's start a music label. We gonna find some artists on the street. And then all of a sudden they just blow up automatically. Do y'all notice that? That should be weird. But I'm getting that. And so, boom. I'm only telling the story from my point of view. Okay? So, hey. So then he went to start the music label. They said that Dr. Dre ended up joining. But we're going to talk about NWA as well, because I feel like NWA was so symbolic. And then we talk about all these deaths. So boom, I'm sorry. So we talk about all these deaths, right? Now, y'all know, here we are, we're consciously aware. So anytime you go to death row, when you in jail, right, you know you finna die. So this nigga, I don't know, Suge was the co-founder. I don't know who was the real founder, right? So whoever like named that whole death row, like I don't know what they could have thought. So like I'm just researching, you know what I'm saying? And it's like basically they would have been like the biggest, like, you know what I'm saying, record label in the motherfucking world, but the fucking CEO is in jail. So I feel like all of this is symbolic. What goes around is like, I don't know, I guess come around. But it's like a lot going on in this situation. So in order for me to stay on track, I'm gonna pull these first. So we're going in with the first agenda. Okay, so we have the sun. A lot of you guys come from families, okay, where you are like the sons and daughters of like people who have these type of genetics, these genes. I'm also getting Aries for some reason. Like, I don't know, I'm hearing the elite as well, real heavy. Like hierarchy, okay? Or just like your magical, music, whatever, okay? Witchcraft. So this is my first time doing a reading like this, so it's kind of confusing. But I know like a certain people was on death row. Snoop Dogg was on death row. They said, and they were also like in the fucking, because I'm getting, it's a parallel universe, because I'm getting like their whole like record label literally is a physical representation of what's going on in the streets, like for, so like literally it's a like physical representation of what's going on in the streets. We have Superstar. Okay, so we understand we're on the right path. All right. Okay, so back to Suge Knight. So then they said that basically he got into like, you know, the drug gang and then shit like that, and he basically started ranking up. But I was like reading a lot of the comments and the controversy, and that was basically saying like, okay, if you have so much money, yeah, he's the owner now, but now this nigga finna go, he in jail for the next 25 years. So they said it's supposed to be going to Snoop Dogg. Basically, what I was getting to is, they said like a lot of the shit that they was doing like started to turn real. So I feel like a lot of the music that we listen to, and we're not in the hip hop era anymore. So a lot of this shit is fake, and that's why I feel like a lot of the people like in the society right now are fake, like fake ass, fake titties, fake butt, fake all of that shit, like because everything's fake. But I feel like back then everything was so real and everything was so graphic. I also feel like that's why it'll never come back or it'll never be the same. Because it's like you can't really bring that shit into the future without them people being here type shit. I don't know. I feel like that's symbolic. Like, I feel like the future cannot go forward because people who basically were supposed to, like, bring in this new agenda are gone. Because I'm kind of getting a situation where it's like the people in the music industry, like, right now, like, they're not preaching the right agendas. Like, I ain't even gonna cap. Like, when I was a kid, and I don't even know Suge Knight, right? I didn't even know who this was, right? So when I was a kid, I tell you this all the time, like, growing up, I used to like hip-hop a lot because it make you get up, make you do stuff. It's, like, more realistic. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like now, it's not. Like, you'll even go to the club and niggas not even dancing at the club no more. But I feel like music was actually supposed to be created, and they say it's the devil's agenda, right? Or it's the devil's vibration, okay? Because you can go into the rabbit hole. But I feel like it was created to basically do a standpoint on like what's really going on in the world, and that's what was going on in the 90s, I guess. Like, even like political standpoints, like the NWA and all that shit like that, they was talking about some real shit. Like, I did watch the NWA movie, but like when I was watching that documentary, I'm gonna post it after this, right? Like, I was watching that documentary, and like the shit they be saying is like some real shit. So they said that basically like they was using them, right, to basically like as an experiment. Their whole record label was like an experiment to see like what's real, what's fake, or whatever like that. I also feel like, of course, these niggas had something to do with these niggas' deaths. Okay, but I definitely feel like that. Because I feel like even the simple fact that this nigga was involved in, like, regular shit, once you get so much money, you don't have to, like, do shit yourself. But the fact that he was still doing this shit. Okay, so boom. I missed an important detail. This is, like, the most important detail of the whole reading, and I feel like that's why it was off. Now we're finna get back on. So, the reason why he said he went to the music industry is because he said when he was on tour with Bobby Brown, crazy ass, that he was seeing how people was losing like their money to like, you know, publishing and all this shit. And he said basically that he wanted to help them. He also said that like living in Compton in Los Angeles, like people didn't really have nobody to look up to. People didn't have no, like they needed, like, I'm getting like, he was talking about like basically police brutality, right? Like, niggas needed inspiration for this shit. They said that they was doing this shit like every day. And I feel like we hear about police brutality and all this shit, jail and all that shit. I feel like they literally brought that shit to life. Like, if you really think about it. Because who really talks about that shit other than criminals? Like, I would never even care, like, about jail or anything if I never went. I'm only being honest, right? And so he was basically saying, like, they talked about police brutality and all this shit. Even that shit that happened, like, I don't really know exactly what happened, but y'all know that riot. I don't know what it's called. They had that riot long ago about the police brutality, like, again. Okay, so I'm getting something about that. But now I feel like back then the music was, like, exposing what was going on. It was exposing, you know what I'm saying? the vibration of the world. But I feel like now the music is like hiding the agenda type shit. But I feel like it's not no more real niggas, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the point of like gangster rap, I guess. Yeah, the riots and shit like that. I don't know why this is coming back up. I feel like it's symbolic. It's symbolic. And then also like people who wasn't even like a part of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like the people who didn't even live in LA, the people who never experienced the shit, they was like, damn, if y'all notice, I noticed this, right? And this is very symbolic, right? It is symbolic. So in Texas, and I guess it depends on what region you are in, but I'm all the way in the South. This is all the way in the West Coast. I feel like the West Coast, they have so much recognition because of this, because they was the ones to bring this shit to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't hear no other artists. I ain't never heard no down south rapper talk about some real shit. I'm so sorry, but I have yet to hear that shit. Like, all I heard the down south niggas talk about is pussy, weed, and fucking alcohol, and that's it. And pimping hoes. The up north niggas, like, they talk about something completely different. But we talk about this all the time, okay? Like, we talk about this all the time. Like, up north, they experience different shit. Like, even today, I was watching this documentary about, like, up north, right? I was watching a documentary about up north, right? And they was basically saying, like, in Chicago, like public housing and all that shit, right? And I don't live in public housing or on that or anything like that, but it's all symbolic, okay? So they was talking about public housing, and it was basically saying that it was like, the lady was talking about how it was like freezing to where it's like her slippers are like frozen, like, and then it was like half the building was literally freezing, like outside. They said it was like an igloo, and then the other half was like heated, okay? Like heated, like, so I feel like that's symbolic of like the world. Like one side is like pretending and the other side is not. That's also, I'm also getting something about gangs and shit on the fucking street. But anyways, I feel like they brought their real agenda to the world, and I feel like when they left, it will never be reincarnated, like, or it can't come back the same way type shit, okay? So yeah, even the fact that they were like going to jail for this shit, like we see niggas like making songs now. Like I seen this one YouTuber, he went to jail for coke. He did a coke like prank. I just feel like back then it was just so much real lure, if you understand. But let's get into it. So yeah, we have dinosaurs, okay? Yeah, I'm getting the ability to speak, okay? Because now they rap about killing each other. Yeah, I feel like back then though, the music was just so different. The time was different. Like people now, people are not active because they can just buy their bodies online, if you understand what I'm saying. Like back then, like the reason why I was a dancer, you don't even see dancers being like heavily aspected anymore. Like, you know, you see like those little kid like groups and shit like that, but you don't see like really truly dancers and shit, like people being active and shit like that, unless they're like young as fuck. Like you're not finna see no fucking Sierras or no motherfucking Beyonces or no motherfucking you know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna see that, cause like, bitch, I'm not finna, it's like everything is pretend. And I feel like this is like another attribute of the Matrix, but like in a way different way. Like it's like just different. And I didn't even grow up in this era, and I just feel like here we are. Okay. Yeah, reincarnated superstar. Okay, but I'm getting some of these people could be reincarnating for real. They could be reincarnating after a certain amount of times. I don't know, I'm hearing like it's 20 to 30 years and then they can reincarnate because that's a Saturn cycle. Okay. I'm also getting like these people are now they're being reincarnated now because these people going to jail, like R. Kelly going Bill Cosby going to jail, girl. Y'all noticed that all the OGs going to jail? Why we're talking about jail. So back then it was like they was talking about some real shit, but it was like that was helping them cover up the industry shit. Now they're not talking about the real shit, now the industry shit being exposed. So it's like double-edged sword type shit. But like then it's just a lot going on. So we gonna get into it, but I'm trying not to like get off subject. Bill Cosby went to jail, R. Kelly went to jail, Suge Knight in jail. Everybody's fucking in jail, like from 30, 20 years ago. Y'all realize it? So that means it's finna be some new legends coming in the game, for real. I really think that. It's some new people rising or some shit, cause that karma then came and left like quick as hell. Yeah, dissociative amnesia, mad scientist, and dramatized. I'm also getting acting and all that shit. Like I said, a lot of this shit now is dramatized. Like, it's almost a situation where they're trying to keep that era alive, and it's like they're not doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not into the same shit. Like, it's not like crack cocaine's in the 80s and the 90s where niggas going crazy and they making deals with people on the street and all that shit. I remember I was even watching a motherfucking I watch documentaries like a really lot. So I was watching another documentary, and this guy from Chicago, right? I be hanging out with a lot of people from up north. I be hanging out with a lot of people from up north, and he from Chicago. But I was watching this, it's like a YouTuber, and he was basically saying like in Chicago, this is a real thing. Like they would literally they said they put crates outside like of guns and shit. Like I'm just chilling right now. We're gonna touch on that too, because I was just looking that's why I know these messages is symbolic. I was looking up all of that shit. It's like I feel like music, video vixens, motherfucking models, all this shit go with everything. Like everything go together. Even like now where it's like everybody's like, even like the world is fake. And does that not creep y'all out in no type of way? Like that don't creep you out? Like we ain't got like everybody body is fake. Like anytime I feel like even the bitches who want to stay like real, I'm not changing myself, but even the bitches who want to stay real, they get to hang around other industry bitches, other bitches who got fat asses in surgery. Now they feel like they got changed stuff. It's just so much going on that it has nothing to do with shit type shit. Like it has nothing to do with nothing. Do you realize that? And then it's like the people who know what's really going on, they like keeping their mouth closed now because it's like they got the money. They're like, oh, okay. Like, you know, in order to stay OG, you got to keep the secrets intact. I don't know. Yeah, Superstar came out. Treat You Like a Princess, Rest in Heaven, Diana. But anyways, like I said about Chicago, he was basically saying that they literally drop crates like in alleys there. Like he was like, how you think everybody and their daddy got guns? Like he was like, we just don't go to the motherfucking. He was like, yeah, they get them hoes to us. Like he literally telling us like the cops, the FBI, the CIA dropped them hoes off like an experiment, like to see like what you gonna do with them hoes. And he's like, every single nigga in that hoe got a gun. Like if you don't got a gun, he was like, you probably got a gun by by the time you like 13, you got a gun. Like seriously. So I'm really getting something about that. Okay, and then I was watching like these videos, right, of like Suge Knight and like all of them on like death row, cause that was like really like they was telling in a good way, like it was intriguing. So they was basically saying like they was finna like take over the world on some crazy shit. They had like every crazy artist that you could think of. But I want to get into like these couple of stories. So I'm gonna talk about the Vanilla Ice because I feel like that has something to do with like fear. Y'all know like the quickest way to add intimidation. I'm not trying to be like crazy. Like this is a white man compared to a black man, a big ass black man. Like the nigga that I told y'all, the nigga I told y'all that I ran from Texas was like, I swear to God, like a fucking split image of this nigga. Like same body type, everything. Like you're like, bro, like even anybody would be scared of a big ass linebacker ass, big ass nigga. You hear me? Smoking on motherfucking cigarettes all motherfucking day, bitch. Like Vanilla Ice, like of course he was gonna be scared. That's what I'm saying. And he was white. Like, y'all don't think that shit is weird? Like, this nigga was white. White people are scared of black people. And I feel like that even, within that even, like, added in the segregation. Because even when I was watching, like, the documentaries, he was, like, saying basically that they was doing police brutality, and then like the area was like really segregated at the time, so they just added it in like, oh yeah, this white man just got fucking threatened by this big ass black man, of course he's gonna sign the fucking paper, like, of course. However, so I seen something very interesting, right? And it was Snoop Dogg, and he was talking. He was like on an interview or something like that. And we all know Snoop Dogg is from Compton. I don't know where Snoop Dogg from, but he's from LA, right? And I feel like, remember we was talking about the Los Santos, right? Just the other day, I was just talking about the Santos, the Santos. They are very strong. That's why LA is so like, that region is really strong. And I was getting to this earlier, but it just kind of popped out my mind because I'm channeling so much. So in Texas, like if you go into like any store, you'll see California like merchandise. When I was younger, I used to always wonder why. Like, and y'all seen me with Cali merchandise before as well. Like, I'm just wearing Cali. They're like, why are you wearing that? I just fucking find it. Like you'll go to the store, like if you go to Ross or something like that, like you'll see like California, LA, like we're in Texas. I'm a Texan, I'm from Texas. I feel like their area is so like, them and Chicago, their area is so like experimented on. That's what gives them their rank like that. Like, I don't know, but I'm really getting that. Yeah, old, okay. Psychopath. Yes, it is everywhere, but I don't know what's so symbolic of LA. Something is okay, because think about it. LA is also where Hollywood is. How ironic is that? Like the same place where you're getting police brutality at, the same place where you're like everyone's dying and they're at war with everyone, is the same place you're blowing the fuck up. I used to go to school with a lot of Samoans. They're like huge. They're like really big built, but they're very nice. They're like, they won't even fucking talk to you. But the reason why I feel like people fear him is because like that's psychology. Like someone comes up to you, they look like a fucking bodybuilder. Like, come on now. LA's reptilian headquarters. I could believe that. On that show, Lucifer, I have yet to watch the whole thing because I just haven't yet. But on the show Lucifer, it's literally based in like Los Angeles, like LA. Okay, so I feel like that's symbolic. Hell yeah. Yeah, honestly, I can't stand you. I'm also getting like, okay. I don't know if y'all peep game. Y'all ever notice that when people go to jail and they get out, they blow the fuck up? Do you ever notice that? Like, have y'all ever really truly noticed that? Like, not everybody, but the niggas who's supposed to. It's like, as soon as the niggas go to jail, they get out, they blow the fuck up. Like, who? King Von, Lil Baby. I feel like he's like the #1 right now that you just look at, Lil Baby. The nigga was in jail. The nigga blew the fuck up when he got the fuck out. Who else? Like, didn't like do y'all realize that? It's like a reward type shit. You realize that? I wonder why is that? Yeah, danger to society. It's like somebody want to make sure you're dangerous first. Somebody want to make sure like these people is criminals first. It's almost like somebody want to make sure that you in a loop first, or they want to make sure that they the ones that's gonna get you out of some shit first. Like you have no other options or some shit. Because a lot of people sign their souls in jail as well. Don't ask me. It's possible. You guys need to read some more. Fuck it. Y'all need to watch some. Y'all need to watch some documentaries. Oh yeah, Kodak Black too. But we're gonna stick to the 90s right now. Cause them like, but anyways, okay. So there was a story, right? We have OBE, out of body experience. Okay, so I was like, okay, there's a story, and Snoop Dogg was telling it to this woman. It was like in the interview, and some of y'all probably already heard this story before because, like I said, I didn't even know who these people was. Of course, I know who some of these people is, but I didn't know who that Suge Knight nigga was. So of course, I had to do my little research. So Snoop Dogg was telling a story about Nas. Who Nas signed to? Who's Nas signed to? Nas and Dr. Dre look like so similar, and Dr. Dre like high key, like a little bit fine. I heard about y'all. I heard about y'all parties. I heard about y'all parties. Y'all real disgusting. Yeah. That is telling me all the motherfucking good news. It's given. But yeah, I forgot what I was even saying. Oh, anyways, so he was telling a story about Nas and Tupac, right? So I guess they had beef, and I love when Snoop Dogg be I love Snoop Dogg be telling stories, cause he gonna tell that how in his motherfucking way, bitch. So he's telling the story. Y'all know sign Tupac is. Nas is fine as fuck too. Okay, it's giving. What is Snoop Dogg? Is he a Libra? We don't know. But he's telling the story. He was basically saying, like, you know, he was like, he know street law. You know what I'm saying? He a real gangsta ass nigga. Hold on. Cause we get my lighter. He basically saying, okay. So he was basically saying that Snoop a Libra. That's what I thought. I thought he was Libra. Probably is in hell, because a lot of people sign their souls away. If you ever seen an artist in a bathtub with blood, they're not there anymore. Okay? That's the Illuminati, the elite, that Death Row Records are connected to. So, okay, boom. Let's keep it going, though. Because something about the up north is connected to the Illuminati. I don't go fuck with nobody say, bitch, the up north is connected to the elite. Kanika Jenkins, that shit was the Illuminati, bitch. Her friends, they didn't even cue that bitch. I don't go fuck with nobody say, bitch, that shit is connected to the elite or some shit. Because I don't feel like the elite do that shit down here. Because we so supposed to be so kind-hearted and so motherfucking Southern hospitality, bro. Because I heard, bitch, they gave her organs to Selena Gomez, and we not even finna get on that. But, bitch, I'm just saying, it's giving something else. It's giving. Anyways, so Snoop Dogg's telling this story, right? No, like Chicago, Minnesota, Detroit, yes, them. Jersey, too, but I'm talking about like Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, them niggas, the niggas that create, see, the music is symbolic, like Chief Keef. What's this shit called? Drill music? Like guns? Like it's called drill music, like nigga, I'ma kill you, like type shit. Texas on the same shit. You got Asian Doll, you had Molly Brazy, you had all them bitches in the videos talk shit with the guns. It's an agenda or some shit. These bitches probably never even know how to shoot a gun before. Yeah, drill music. Alright, so bitch, let's get to the story. So it's given. So Snoop Dogg like, yeah, I'm a real nigga. I don't know if he said that he was in TK. You know what's so crazy? I went to middle school with TK. Literally. Like, you would have never have known. I didn't even hang out with the nigga or nothing. This nigga hung out with this other bitch. Like, we're from Arlington, Texas. Went to the same school. Literally. In middle school, only 2 grades. Middle school, only 2 grades. I think he dropped out. He hung out with the Dropout crew. Y'all know I was pretty popular, but I think like you know there's certain groups, bitch. It's like the popular kids that don't really go to school that much, that some way somehow they famous, they popular on Instagram and shit like that. He hung out with them bitches. But anyways, that nigga's never getting out and blew up in jail. He wasn't at school. And I'm telling the truth because the thing is blue. But a lot of them people was never at school. Like even my friend, like my best friend that's in the industry, well, she was my best friend. We grew up together since like 8 years old. She fucking dropped out of high school. I'm like, girl, what? Like, bitch. A lot of them people don't be going to school. Like, yeah. But hold on, let's put one. Our schools were. But okay, let's get back to Snoop Dogg's story. So Snoop Dogg is Nas and it's Tupac, right? Some of y'all heard this song, Wisdom, okay, and Transformation and Pure Intention. He probably didn't sell his soul. First of all, he was young as fuck doing that shit. Like down there, like the school I went to, like you would think like a lot of people like, okay, boom. I feel like regions, this is all symbolic. School I went to, right? A lot of the people, like when I used to go hang out with my family, right? Because I was actually from the hood. The school that I went to school with, right, is actually in like the suburbs, I would say. Like we like in the suburbs. But you know, like if you want to explain it, everybody got their own problems. Like kind of like on Euphoria. These bitches, they not really dealing with shit, but they're dealing with shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like bitch, by the time I was like, what, 16, 15, I had multiple niggas ask me to be their getaway driver. These niggas was really into some shit that I didn't think it was real until like now. Like, I'm like, damn, like that shit was really real. Like, and it's the same shit. Okay, so now I know I'm not crazy. Because a lot of like, okay, remember I told you guys I was in a gang? Okay, so I was in a gang. But I didn't think it was serious. Like, I didn't think it was for real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, y'all know how like niggas be like, yeah, this my gang, da da da. But these niggas really did have a gang, like a real gang, bitch. They was going to jail, everything. But we just thinking like they going to jail because they doing stupid shit, right? So, bitch, I was really the only bitch in the gang that was smart. Cause like everybody else didn't have no morals, like at all. Like at all. So I was in a gang, and bitch, I never said the gang member name, nothing. Like it was just given out to be gave. Like, bitch, don't put me in this. But they were my friends, so I was like, fuck it. And mind y'all, every single person that was in the gang was on what? The football team. And we in Texas, and at the school I went to, like, y'all know about 6A, 7A, 5A, we like 6A. Right? So we were high ranking in that shit. Like we was going to regionals, everything, like state, regionals, all that shit. Like, and all of these niggas that's going to state, regional on the motherfucking varsity team is what? In the gang. Just like who? Suge Knight. So I was like, this shit is so symbolic. New beginnings. Like that was literally in the motherfucking gang, bro. Why did somebody else say that to me, and that shit like almost made my heart like fucking drop out my fucking chest? But so that was like taking them niggas to school, everything. I was in that gang, and I was also on a twerk team. It's given when y'all need to be gay. Like, I swear to God, if y'all look me up online, I will never tell y'all what to look up in my life. I may share that hoe with y'all. You literally will see me in some people you probably seen on motherfucking video, all this shit, like, bitch, doing some very, very foul shit. Like, some very foul shit. Like, not no, like, oh, this bitch suck a dick in the bathroom. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. But you gonna see a bitch doing some... You'll see some very fucking foul shit, bitch. It's not no crazy shit. It's just, like, parties. I'm trying to find that hoe for y'all. Like, it's like parties. Like, parties. We just at a party. Like, we just partying. But then the parties was wild and the bitch. Like, my friend he was drunk. He was telling me about their military parties, cause y'all know this nigga was like a motherfucking, I don't even know who he is. He won't tell me. He was like high ranking now. Bitch, I was like, y'all did what? Cause you know when niggas get drunk, they just can't let it go. The parties be out of control. But back to the Snoop Dogg, y'all. So Snoop Dogg said, you know, he real gang member. He really with shit, da-da-da. Right? Boom. So, then he said that, you know how, like, yeah, basically. He was like, he know when niggas is, like, on that type of time. So, he see, basically, that, like, these niggas got their hands on, like, their little guns or whatever like that. Why do y'all let me tell the story? So he like, yeah, these niggas got, and he was so serious, y'all. He was like really excited to the story. Y'all know how somebody be reliving the moment? This is literally how he was telling the story to this lady. I feel like niggas just be ready to the stories all their life. They just be ready for that one person to ask. But anyways, so this nigga's telling this lady, I feel like she like, we all know this bitch. She like worked with that one nigga, like, I don't know who it is, but she like, he was talking to her. He was like, yeah, they had their guns in their little hand. They had their guns. And he was like, he already knew, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. So he had stepped back. And I think this is after Tupac had dissed them. I haven't heard the diss. Okay. So, boom. So he was like, damn, what's going on? So he said that Nas, like basically Tupac and Nas was finna get into it, because of course they both got guns on them. I guess they was into it, right? So he was like, basically Tupac was like, Nas said something like, hey, how you doing? Like he was being real respectful to him, you know what I'm saying? But you know, Tupac, I don't think Tupac really truly has any fucking chill, like none. And something about bald people is like scary. No shade. Like if you bald, no shade, you probably got the devil in you. No shade. Like for real, when you lose your hair, like balding, like going bald, and I'm not saying like Tupac was young and a bitch, like there's no way you should be 22 and bald, or like 20 whatever and bald. He only died when he was like 25. He was bald and the bitch. That's scary as fuck. Like it's scary. Like y'all think I'm playing and I'm free. Like imagine you seeing a young ass nigga and they bald, they don't got cancer or nothing. It just give you one not to be. It would just give one not to be gay. Okay, back to the story. So then he was like, they was like, you know, they was grabbing their guns, and Nas was like, yeah, he was being respectful, very respectful. I don't know how the fuck Snoop Dogg is the most chillest like nigga in the world. And then he said Tupac was on our bullshit. He was like, yeah, he was like basically saying all the niggas he did. He was like, I dissed you, I dissed this nigga, I dissed this nigga, I dissed this nigga. He said if you a real rap nigga, basically saying like if you a real rap nigga, like you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't be on that no cool shit. Like you, like me and you would be dissing like type shit. Or you would be like trying to diss me, like nigga, I just dissed you. Like what you talking about? You finna come to me like you finna like we homeboys. Like nah nigga, I just dissed you. You what the fuck? Like kind of like similar to what we just said with Gucci, Youngboy, all this shit. So basically, he was like, I just dissed y'all. The fuck you talking about? Like, talking about something, you like me, like, bitch, you my fan. Because that's what Snoop said. Snoop said that Nas came up to Tupac and said, damn, bro, I'm a big-ass fan. Like, I'm a big-ass fan, da-da-da. And, like, I guess Tupac was always offended. I didn't know this nigga personally, but he had, like, a huge guard up. But, you know, his mama and shit was in the fucking Black Panther party, bitch. I feel like his whole family was in a cult. Like, I feel like that's why he was so paranoid all the time. Like, what the fuck? Like, I would be, too. So, after that, skip me when not to be gave. So, I'm gonna give, like, a few more minutes, because I'm finished telling this story about, Snoop Dogg. Hold on. So, boom. Give it like a couple minutes, because I know some people like, bitch, this bitch gone. Yes. We're just gonna wait like a couple minutes, because my phone died. Okay. Just give it one not to be gave, y'all. My phone had died. I ain't say nothing. The last part y'all heard was the last thing that I said, because my phone died. Hey, y'all. Okay, so anyways, like I was saying, so boom, run it down. It was Snoop Dogg, it was Nas, and it was Tupac, right? Boom, three people again. So like I already spent the story. He said that was basically ready for war. So Nas came to Tupac and he like basically like he a big fan. But I feel like intuitively Tupac knew like bitch you like you know what I'm saying like you really not my fan like you know what I'm saying like bitch you like I feel like he felt like this nigga was capping on him like he felt like this nigga was trying to play him in some type of way. So Snoop Dogg, mind you, he watching the whole time like I don't know how this nigga always in the mix. Y'all know how it's always that one nigga that's in the mix, like that one nigga that just see everything like all the time like like me for somebody like symbolic like that one nigga who know not to say some shit, just shut the fuck up and look what's going on. Yeah, so I feel like Snoop Dogg was that nigga in this situation. I feel like that's why that nigga didn't really go out, because I feel like he knew like the street laws on like a whole different level, you know what I'm saying, that other niggas didn't know it. So boom. So basically, Tupac, like, you know what I'm saying, like, nah, nigga, we got beef. Basically saying, you know, telling this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying, we got beef. So Nas, he like, bro, I never dish you. So he ended, like, you know what I'm saying, like, boy, I'll never dish you. And they said, Snoop said he just left. Then Snoop said once he left, right, he said that Pac was basically like, yeah, like I scared that nigga, I got that nigga, like basically talking his hot shit. And Snoop was basically saying like, bitch, the whole time in his head he thinking, nah, you lucky, bitch. He basically saying like they like lucky because he feel like he knew basically when he had first started this story time, he was saying like this nigga got people, like people be around him, but you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? So like when he had came to Tupac probably think like, ah, this nigga lame ass nigga, da da da. But whole time Snoop knowing like, you know what I'm saying, street lingo, street language, like how nigga like psychology about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't no nigga just gonna come up to you if they know like they not with shit or they don't got shit coming or they don't got nothing, da da da. So I feel like not Snoop, I feel like Tupac, I don't know who, we don't know who set him up, but I feel like a lot of people do. Of course, he was set up by Death Row. That was part of his contract. I believe that was truly a part of his contract. Um, I was thinking about this earlier though. I was in a car and I was smoking, right? And y'all know how like the artists, the celebrities, like they get set up by their own people, right? Their own people, their own family. That's how you know the world fuck with them on a different level. Cause if you didn't get set up by your fan, you didn't get shot and killed by another nigga who was hating on you, that mean nigga you was next up or you had some other fucking genetics. But boom. Okay, so the reason why I bring up this situation is because somebody else brought up a similar situation, another celebrity. So boom, I'm watching a whole nother interview and it's just ironic. Like I didn't type in nothing. Like this literally just popping up on my feed today. So I was like, I really need to talk about this. So Jamie Foxx. And I feel like all these people are symbolic. Like my friend mama used to date Jamie Foxx, bro. Anyways, that's why I said like people think that people just get into the industry like that. Like, bro, you really gotta be connected in unless you want some other shit. Like, I was also watching Euphoria today, right? I wasn't watching Euphoria, but I be watching documentaries, and they literally pick these people from off the street. The only person that's trained professional is who? Zendaya. Zendaya is the only one. I've been low-key a little bit offended. Like, bitch, don't ever in your life put me with these motherfuckers who don't know how to act. They said even that girl, fucking, Rue. Yeah, Rue. I mean, not Rue. Jules. They said they found this bitch on Instagram because they was looking for transgender people. Like, it's like people be they just trying to find people to fill their agendas. Type shit, like anyone. Like, type shit. Y'all should watch the last episode. So sad. And then what I was thinking about Euphoria as well before I get back into the street shit, like, how is that entertaining? It's like it's a sick joke. And then, you know, so crazy, they was basically saying, like, everybody's script, like, nobody had a script except for her, which is the only black bitch in the movie. I don't like that. Don't do that. Don't try to sit on my bitch fortune. You hear me? Because she black. I'm like, they low-key be doing that shit. Like, how, like, bitch, they was talking about some, yeah, she was the only one that had a script. Why? Because she black. All right. Now, boom. So Jamie Foxx, similar, right? Snoop Dogg again. So I didn't even look up Suge Knight, right, until this. So Jamie Foxx telling the story, and he basically saying like they having a party, right? I'm guessing it's like an industry party or whatever like that. And they basically say that Suge come to that whole like, and everybody like, nah, bro, you cannot let this nigga in. Like this, this nigga is a real killer, criminal nigga. I don't know what he did. Something about cutting niggas' necks. So I heard that. I don't know. But I was like, don't let this nigga in. And so basically, they said, I think he had beef with somebody. They said the game. Do y'all know something about that? I don't know nothing about this shit. So they said he had beef with the game. And so Jamie Foxx, Jamie Foxx go to tell this nigga like, hey, you know, whoop de whoop outside. And he said that the game, like, you know, I guess they on some like real street beef, gangster rap shit. I don't know what else to call it. Okay. So he like, oh, okay, like he said he ain't show no fear, nothing. He was just like, you know, basically like preparing himself. Like, yeah, he was preparing himself, like, you know, he preparing himself. So then he said he seen Snoop. He was dancing with like 4 bitches, right? And he was basically telling him the same thing, like, hey, this whoop the whoop here, like, you know what I'm saying, just to prepare to warn you. And he was just like, well, you're not gonna let him in, is you? So it's just simple. Like, basically, he was like explaining like a lot of these niggas was scared of this one nigga because he was really like down with shit. But you know, so symbolic, like, okay, boom. So remember I told y'all I was in the gang, right? And so the nigga that started the gang, why the fuck is he went to jail? He like in jail for life himself. So it's like the niggas who start the shit never end. They never end out like with the shit. You hear me? None of have makeup on my face. I actually do wear makeup, but I don't wear makeup anymore. I used to. I think I grew out of it. What? So that's really what went on. And so basically they was just basically saying like they just was causing a hella ruckus and hella chaos like whole time, like why these niggas was in control. But now I feel like we finna tap into like the deaths part, because I feel like at first Suge wanted to help the niggas. Like at first he was like on that shit, but once you start making money that these niggas not making, it's different. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like at first when he went with Bobby Brown and he had seen everything, Bobby Brown is crazy in the bitch. So he probably seen some crazy ass shit because it's Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown's on fucking drugs. Like, what the fuck? But I'm not saying like Bobby Brown talented than the bitch. We all know that. He just crazy in the bitch. So I can only imagine how his concerts and tours would have been. You know what I'm saying? So so then like I'm sure like when he started becoming a boss, he like, damn, this like a lot of money. Cause they said, I did a lot of research. I just watched this documentary. So that was like he had like over 500 people, and these niggas is everybody that we fucking know, like it's like legends and OGs and shit. So shit, that's why I just feel like it's given. And so like with the Tupac shit, I just feel like in a sense like I feel like it was somebody who worked with him, because I feel like they was mad because I feel like I don't know what they was trying to do, cause like they said they blaming him for their death. And then they said something about, y'all don't even know nothing about the shit, but they said something about Biggie. Like, they said they didn't tricked him to go to Cali right after that. Like, do y'all know about that? They said right after Tupac had died, of course it's gonna start a war. I don't even know why they in war. I don't even know where Biggie from. I don't even know where Biggie from. He from Brooklyn, right? So, he from the Bronx, right? So, he said right after Tupac died, they said they fucking got Biggie. Yeah. Why somebody gonna tell me Diddy my daddy? And that shit didn't piss me off. Cause don't never tell me no gay ass nigga is my daddy again. Bitch, this nigga that's disrespectful in the bitch. Like, no, he's not. But they said basically they had convinced him. Somebody was like, I was reading the comments, and they was like, I don't know how the fuck they convinced this nigga to fucking go there knowing he was gonna get shot. Like, bitch, this nigga knew he was like Walking Dead type shit. Like, that's what basically they were saying. Like, this nigga knew like he was the Walking Dead in this hoe, and he still did the hoe. So basically all this shit was like all the murders and all that money being thrown away, thrown down the drain is because of ego. Yeah, trickster spirits. Somebody got tricked. And it says you just lost one. They both got tricked. Ain't that some crazy shit? Like, nobody else got tricked. Nobody else got, like, fucked up except for them. I can believe it. And then Suge did same thing to Tupac. And look where they both at now. I mean, Diddy's still doing good, but no, like everybody don't really fuck with like Diddy that much. They either go to if they gonna fuck with somebody who a OG, they gonna go to Birdman. They can go to Birdman. I believe that. But why would they kill them? Okay, so boom. Okay, so hear me out. I think, what if, okay, because it is about an agenda. What if they wasn't a part of that agenda? So what if, in order for them to bring in this new agenda, LGBT, all of this shit, because we all know most of these mob bosses and all this shit, and like these niggas that own this shit, they're gay, right? So in order to bring that shit in, they had to get them real niggas out the game who wasn't gonna do that shit, basically. And then, of course, imagine this. You got a nigga that's dissing you every 5 seconds. Like, imagine you got a nigga dissing you every 5 seconds. You don't think the nigga gonna say you got fucked in the ass? You don't think the nigga gonna say you suck some dick for fame? You don't think the nigga gonna say that shit? I think one of them said that shit. I think he said that shit already. Like, they be saying that shit every... Like, that's what I'm saying. You don't think niggas gonna expose the future agenda? And then if you really realize the niggas that's still in this hoe, what you think they did to stay in this hoe? Like, on some real shit. Do y'all be watching this shit? Y'all don't be watching this shit? Yeah, black or white. Yeah, a real contract. If you want to ask who got DMX addicted to coke, do you want to ask who the fuck got fucking Whitney and Bobby Brown addicted to crack if they was on crack? Nobody care about being gay. Nobody gives a fuck about if you're gay or not. I think the problem that becomes is the trickery of it all. I feel like that's the problem I had with the character in Euphoria. I think I did not like her. Like, it's not about you being gay. And I feel like the gay community pisses me off in particular because I done been around some real OG niggas that's like gay. Like, for real. Like I'm not like, whereas like they families kicked them out their house, like all this shit. Like, they families don't accept them, nothing. Like, coming from real like street backgrounds, like... Like, I feel like everybody be pretending like everything is a wave. Like, even with this tarot shit, like everybody be pretending everything is a wave. Or like somebody, like, say for instance, I feel like some people, they just be pretending, or they be super confused. Like, just because, I don't know. But in Euphoria, I feel like Jules pissed me the fuck off because I didn't like that at all. And I feel like because I know like occult knowledge, it just pisses me off. Like, even the simple fact that, okay, y'all know like acting and shit, that's a ritual. Do you know that? Like, that's why they get paid the fucking most. That's a fucking real ritual. You die in a motherfucking movie. Like, say for instance, you ever seen like a main character die and shit like that? Watch what happens to their real career. Like, just for example, Aaliyah, right? It's another artist too. She, right after she did her video, her motherfucking movie, where she died in the movie, what happened? She died for real. Them shits is real rituals, like, for real. Even that's why I feel like Zendaya, she need to watch the fuck out. I don't know why. Like, when I was watching Euphoria, I was seeing, like, deeper into that shit. I was like, she really need to watch out, because I feel like they're trying to get her to create a whole nother agenda that she may not even know. So that's why I was like, this hoe may not even last, like, for that long. And then I feel like even like them trying to give her rights to the show, like I feel like they tried to do her something. Like, they tried to like do her something, like, that she don't know. Like, even like, I feel like even the simple fact that like I feel like Zendaya is not, I don't even know her like that, but you could tell it's psychology. She don't look like a sexual person. She don't look like somebody that be fucking kissing on camera. First of all, she with a whole ass, I don't know. It's just like, y'all know, like, even that girl, like Sydney, right? First of all, one of the girls is a whole ass porn star. Did y'all know that? They literally found her on porn. Like, and y'all talking about this is a fucking kid's show. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the media, y'all gotta pay attention. Like, and this is a fucking kid's show. And y'all done found this girl on porn. And he said, yeah, she was like one of my favorite my favorite adult entertainers. So it was just symbolic. But anyways, let me get to bottom like Jules, because I feel like Jules knew what she liked. Jules knew that Rue didn't quite understand. I also feel like Jules knew, I don't give a fuck how old you is, you have common sense, nigga. By the time you 17, 16, 15, bitch, even 14, 13, bitch, my little sister, she 15, 14 years old, and this bitch got common sense. We can have a fucking conversation. You hear me? So I feel like that was kind of irritating me whole time in the show when she was kind of acting like, you know what I'm saying, like she knows what's going on and she was super bewildered. Like it's kind of like reminds me of the situations we be talking about, like how like you'll be, if you like when bitches be dating niggas and they be undercover gay, that's annoying. Like nigga, you know you like dick, or bitch, you know what you like or you know what you doing. Like I think that irritates me, and it was irritating me. like I feel like the whole time I was watching the show and I was like fucking waiting for, like I was waiting. You know how you be waiting, you know how you see you know how you see potential in somebody. I was waiting for fucking Rue, bitch, to just tell this bitch in her face, like, bitch, eat some dick, hoe, or something. Like, that shit just made me so mad. Like, the way she was doing her, like, bitch, she was lit, like, bro, like, because we seeing the third perception, like, the third perspective, like higher ups almost. Like, we seeing what's going on. Like, bitch, we seeing you fucking on this bitch when you out of town. It's giving, like, bitch, I love Zendaya. Don't do that, because I'm gonna ride for my characters. We see, bitch, you going out of town fucking on this bitch. You hear me? And then we see Zendaya stressed the fuck out in her room because don't do her like that. It's giving. Then gonna come back. That shit made me really mad, y'all. She gonna come back, act like she don't know what's going on. Bitch, you know exactly what's going on. You know what the fuck you did. You know what you want to do. And then it made me even more mad. Because I feel like the whole time she was like high-key trying to play her. Like, because she knew that Rue loved her. Like, whole time she was trying to play her. Like, and my bitch Rue was like 100 with her from the jump. Like, whole time she was trying to play her like on some weak shit. Like, that shit kind of pissed me off a little bit. Like, I'm like, girl, let this bitch go. Like, even the fact, like, I didn't like this. Like, I feel like this bitch, she really was an energy vampire, and I'm so happy she cussed her ass out. I really wanted her to tell her some more shit, bitch. Because it was giving everything not to be gave. I feel like she should have said some more horrible shit. Like, it's giving. Like, even the fact that bitch, when Rue finally get her own friends, right? Because ain't it crazy? Jules got all these friends. Right or the fuck wrong. Jules got all these friends, right? She even hang out with the popular bitches. Then when Rue finally get that nigga Elliot, here she the fuck come getting jealous, ruin a relationship trying to fuck on Elliot. Get your ugly ass on. It was irritating the fuck out of me the whole time. I don't like this shit. Like, if Rue's my friend, I'm like, girl, this bitch is bitch, break up with her today. Like, it's given everything not to be gave. And that's why I feel like at the end, that's why they didn't become friends again, because they weren't supposed to be friends. Like, bitch, you're a clown and you a user, bitch. I didn't like that. That was really not okay. Like, she was using her whole show. Niggas thought that shit was cute. How is that cute? Cause they transgender? Cause they gay? Like, how's that cute? Like, this girl is really using the fucking, that shit pissed me off. Y'all see, it's giving a bitch. It's giving when I need to be gay. I'm like, what the fuck is we watching the same? How's that cute? Like, how's that cute? Then my bitch left her at the train station. Then had a nerve to tell her, oh, well, you can't take drugs. I'm break up with you, girl, then break up with me. Bye. Deuce out. Deuce, deuce, bitch. Like, what the fuck, bitch? My daddy died, and here you is, like, trying to fucking be motherfucking, you want me to sit up here and fucking, like, let you cry on my motherfucking lap, bitch, and you just trying to give me, like, girl, who the fuck do you think you are? I don't like that. That shit was irritating me a little bit. Like, that shit was really irritating me. Like, even the fact that, like, every time she, like, let her back in her space, that shit pissed me off. Like, she was not a good friend. Like, she was not a good friend at all. And then, like, she always kept pushing her to do sexual shit that she did not want to do. Everybody else was really thotties in the show, and Rue wasn't. Like, I didn't like that. And I feel like Rue and Elliot will really be better for each other any fucking ways. Like, it was given when not to be gave. Like, I didn't care about them being together. It was just the simple fact that she was trying to play her. And that irritated me to the max. Like, that really did irritate me. And if y'all peep game 2, Cassie and Maddie stopped being friends. They stopped being best friends. But I don't even feel like, y'all know, so they stopped being best friends. Then Cat and Maddie start being best friends. But I peep game. Y'all know Cat not her real friend, because remember when they had hit her or something like that, she called Cat, and Cat said she couldn't come because she wanted to fuck on this nigga who wasn't even in school no more. Like, the whole show just pissed me the fuck off. Like, the whole show pissed me off. Like, the whole show. Like, this bitch literally told you she could not come see you, bitch, that she grew up with, because she wanted to fuck on this nigga who just, like, fucking, like, or she didn't even fuck this nigga. She wanted to suck his dick. That shit pissed me off, like, the whole time in the show. Like, girl, what the fuck? So, I just feel like the show is not giving. It's not giving. Like, it's giving, but it's too realistic. Like, bitch, this some shit a real bitch that's not your friend would do. Like, it was making me mad whole time. Like, then what just makes me so more mad, right? So I'm sitting up here, right, and I'm happy, right? I'm happy for the girl. Y'all know the girl. Okay, so boom, in the show, y'all know the girl Lexi, right? The one that ended up being the bad bitch at the end, the one that ended up being successful in the end, right? I feel bad for her because, bitch, whole time hold on, I feel bad for her because I'm thinking whole time, like, damn, they really doing my bitch bad. Like, she really, like, the most, like, nicest in the whole movie and the whole show, right? And it's given like she was, right? She was nicest in the show. She was the most looked over in the show. Nobody really gave a fuck about Lexi. I didn't give a fuck about Lexi that much. No shade. I'm just telling y'all, I didn't spoil shit. So I didn't give a fuck about Lexi. Why the fuck is Lexi is like the most highly ranked in the whole show, like in real life? Like, her whole family is like born in the acting shit. Bitch, don't ever make me try to feel bad for somebody. It's not giving what need to be gave. Like, this bitch, like, y'all really tricked all of us. I don't even feel like, bitch, I feel like something about that show is a trick. And I feel like that's why I don't like the show. I feel like I love the show, but at the same time, it's like somebody doing something they're not supposed to do. Even if some fact they had a black girl be a crackhead is pissing me off. Say, bitch, you could have picked Jules to do that shit. You could have picked one of these bitches on the street to do that. Like, don't pick my bitch Zendaya. Bitch, it's not giving what need to be gave. And she's a Virgo. Everybody know Virgos don't even fuck. Don't make her do that. And it was like cringy to me. I hated watching all the sex scenes. Was not giving good. We need to wait 7 years. They need to think about their actions. Bitch, like, that shit was so traumatic. Who would want to watch this shit? I was not happy, like, at the end. That little ass nigga then died. Feds went to jail. Like, come on now. How was that good in there? It wasn't. I feel like Eazy-E really did have that shit. And he really did die from that shit. But I feel like back in the Gap, it was so much experiments and shit. They gave him a shot. Cause I know for a fact, cause when they gave me that shot in jail, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit is still on my fucking arm. Like, the print is still here, bitch. They be giving you other shit. Like, I feel like they really did get that nigga some. But like I said, they was working with the elite. Once you start bringing in that much money, that much massive exposure, you're now being looked at by who? The CIA. It don't matter if you're one person, you're two people. It depends on what you're talking about. Like, if you're talking about controversial shit and you getting hell of amounts of attention for that shit, or like people like responding to you in a different way, you're being looked at by the government. Like, just period. A lot of these niggas, they was like said by the government. That's why I feel like when we was talking about Tupac is very symbolic because he was in the Black Panther Party. You know what I'm saying? So from the jump, he was already connected to the government. From the jump, it's almost as if Tupac shit is the most scary to me because it was like his whole life was set up like before him type shit. And I feel like that's the most scariest out of everybody. Like, his shit was set up for him. That shit is scary than a bitch. Even though they say his mama was on drugs and shit, they all was. I just feel like that was an excuse for them to take him. Like, Tupac shit is really weird. Like, if you really think about it. Like, y'all don't be watching them documentaries about them artists and stuff. Like, his shit was set up from the jump, but like in a really weird way. Like, I don't even think Tupac was even gangster like that. That's what I'm saying. It's something about the agenda. Because they said Tupac went to a whole bunch of, like, but you don't gotta be, like, shooting niggas, killing niggas to be, like, a gangster. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it got something to do with your ability to make money through criminal activity. That's what a gangster is. Like, I feel like their ability to make money through, like, the what's it called, the backlash, that's why they was so looked upon, or that's why they was so looked to. But I feel like Tupac shit was weird, because it's almost a situation whereas they gave him this agenda to preach, and then that's the very agenda that they want to, like, say that's why they killed him. But they gave him that agenda to preach. Just like when I told y'all they be giving guns to the niggas in Chicago, they gave them that agenda. It's like reverse psychology. That's all MK Ultra. But first you gotta be stuck in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? A loophole is usually the devil. You have to use Lucifer to get out of a trap. Cause he the one put you in it. God don't put you in traps. Or the 8 of Swords. Like, if y'all think about it, all this shit, like, every single artist sold drugs before. Or done drugs before. Or their parents was on drugs before. And I'm talking about niggas right now. We ain't even gonna get into the bitches yet. Cause I wanna do a whole separate reading for the bitches. Cause, like, even with, like, the pinup models, the motherfucking video vixens and all this shit, a lot of these bitches wasn't even getting their bodies done. And then, like, the other day we was talking about Kanye West and shit like that. It's just so ironic to me how they sacrificed his mama, because that's a sacrifice. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, even if he didn't know. I feel like the Kardashians did that shit, because I feel like they literally targeted him. I don't know why I feel that. I feel like they really literally targeted this nigga. Like, yeah, I want to be with him, because that's all fucking Kim Kardashian always say. My husband is, like, the best fucking entertainer of all time. They targeted this nigga. He probably would have never even been with a white bitch in his life. God forgive me, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it that harsh, but I'm just saying they targeted that nigga. Then all of a sudden, Kylie Jenner, she not even out of high school. She get a whole reconstruction like it's a gift. Plastic surgery is a form of transmutation, or, like, I feel like plastic surgery and transgender are like they're together. I feel like it's together. Thank you. I feel like, I don't know, it's given not to be gave. And then, like, even the fact that they said, like, I don't know, it's given. Like, even if, like, I just feel like they just be trying to trick us in every situation. But, like, back to what we was saying about the movies and shit. Like, movies are a ritual. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't think Zendaya would do drugs. I would not be surprised if she actually has tried drugs after that. I would not be surprised. That should be rituals. Like, you playing a character, right, for so long. Like, I ain't never seen her play no character like that. Like, imagine going from Disney Channel to, oh, I'm portraying a crackhead. Come on now. I don't know, that show kind of fucked me up. Because, like, that show kind of fucked me up a little bit. Like, after she said, like, yeah, she found that girl and she was an adult entertainer, and the fact that they're saying these are kids, that's fucking me up. I don't give a fuck. Like, that shit is weird. Then a bitch. Like, come on now. And that little boy, he really is 15. He 15, like, in real life. What type of shit is that? Like, it's not giving. this. But yeah, even when y'all see the movies, I just feel like all that shit sit up. Like, even if you talk about the comedians, why the fuck do they be killing comedians? What the fuck do the comedians be saying? I feel like the comedians be telling the truth. I don't give a fuck. That's why they killed Dave Chappelle. He was telling the truth. They be telling the motherfucking truth. Just like Cat Williams, they be telling the truth. Before anybody told the truth, who told the truth first? The comedians, because they can make shit a joke. They're probably the first niggas you heard went to the industry parties or was talking about it, anything. I'm not going to like too in depth, but them parties be crazy as fuck. Like, somebody told me like when they used to have parties, he said like you can't even get in the door like if you're not naked. You have to be booty butt naked. I said, damn, even the niggas, like even the boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just like, he like, yeah, even niggas, like everybody gotta be booty butt naked. This why he just like, yeah, and then it get time for us to fuck, and I was just like, okay, just stop. Just stop the story. That bitch told me something. Yeah, I shouldn't have told you that. Bitch, tell me a story, because I wouldn't know. It's give you everything need to be gave. I said, oh, that's what be going on. Yeah, they be on some freak shit. What's the question? I'm finna get off. What's the question? I'm not answering nothing crazy, though. But I feel like that. And then y'all seen that video I posted about like what he supposedly said before he died. Basically told that nigga, fuck you. Like, basically told that nigga, fuck you. I feel like the nigga did not trust nobody. That's how I knew that nigga in the court. Like, y'all don't be believing this shit. Y'all need to believe this shit. That's why they got y'all confused like that. Y'all really don't think these niggas in the cult? They are. Y'all really don't think these niggas in the Illuminati? They are. Y'all really don't think these niggas getting cloned? They are. Y'all really don't think MK Ultra is for real? It is. It's real. Y'all really don't think that? Ain't no way everybody in that hoe going through the same shit. Come on now. It's a system. Just how you go through systems, they go through it too. Because they have to train you. These people are training you to believe whatever they want you to believe. Let's get into the tarot. Yeah. Like, the reason why I learned about that sociology thing is because of Tom Cruise, which is an actor. He's an actor. That's so crazy. Like, so we have the Empress or Luciferian. Okay, a lot of this has to do with females. Okay, now we tapping into the women, but we're going to cover that on a whole nother thing, because right now we're not going to mix them together. Okay, yeah, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have Star card. Okay, I'm also getting astrology has a lot to do with these things, okay, or science. Science, like astrology, not fucking science. Like, scientists probably don't even believe in a science that they telling us that they fucking believe in, bitch. Here go Suge. Here go Suge Knight, okay? The card is tore up and everything. This actually kind of looks like him. This is Aries energy. This looks like him, like literally. I seen him in this big ass, red ass trench coat, okay? Like the devil, okay? Judgment. The Queen of Swords came out 2 times. I'm also getting during this time something about light skin privilege started to come out. Like Becky. I don't know, I'm hearing Becky with the good hair is symbolic. We have the Wheel of Fortune, so birth charts, natal charts. Blood, bloodline, bloodshed. Okay, this is also the Globe, national news. These niggas was making national news. Here go Tupac. Okay, so somebody was destined to meet this nigga, or they were like destined to come together. But I'm getting like the internet here. Okay, this was like kind of like really like the internet was just like starting to boom. Yeah, 2 of Swords. So it was like. So what's the Lovers? I feel like the Lovers in this, because the Lovers is like something else this time. I feel like Tupac and like this whole industry, all these people that was in this hoe, they all had something like in common. They all spoke their real shit. They all had that. They knew what the fuck that the people wanted type shit. I feel like nowadays people don't know what people want. They just giving them what the fuck they think they need. Okay. Yeah, the Nine of Cups. So genes, genetics, music. Okay, pleasure. Okay. I'm also getting like, yeah, somebody knew, like they said that he said that the music that they was creating was the drug. It was just legal. He said the music was like a drug now. Okay, so they was listening to the music. Okay, it was like a drug. Music is a drug. Or the topic of conversation or some shit like that. Yeah, the Sun card. I'm getting something about black people. Okay. I'm also getting like these people were supposed to be the ones who portrayed black people to the media, or a certain gene pool, gene type. They were the ones that were supposed to be like the portrayal. Okay. Yeah, the Hermit. Like I said, Freemasonry. All of these niggas was in it. If you think they wasn't, they was. You think they didn't sell they soul, they did. Come on now. Like, you still on there, oh, this shit not real shit. You not awakened. Or you're not awakening. Or you're not fucking elevating. First of all, a lot of these niggas sold their soul before that. You kill a nigga, psychopath, you a psycho. You kill a nigga, you stab a nigga. You want revenge. Probably you did say so. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. And then a Page of Swords. I'm also getting, once you leave this group, that's when you start being looked at as an outsider. So once you know, once they was know, like, you know, Tupac, Biggie, because that's Biggie's energy too. He Gemini too. Once they left this group, that's when they start being looked at as like a traitor, an outsider. That's when shit changed. When they start changing their agendas on the group, like the people inside the group, like, you know what I'm saying? That's when they like, this nigga may be a traitor. This nigga may not be, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop, two. Yeah, the Hermit. That's when they start trying to figure out a different way, looking into these niggas, trying to find dirt on these niggas when they feel like they not with them, basically. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and then the Magician. Okay, those Los Santos, the angels are there. I'm also getting that song Ghetto Angels, literally. I'm getting that. I'm getting like a hope. They're like, these people are fallen angels, but they're like angels for the public, the people. The lovers is the people. Okay, like literally, if we're talking about politics, all this shit is all combined. This is we the people. That's what like that Gemini card is the people. Like not Tupac. What's this nigga name? You may hate me for saying this. I'm not really into this, but Donald Trump probably was for the people. Like he said shit that I don't know. He was for the people. That Gemini energy. Yeah, the Devil, the Justice, and then the Fool card. Yep, I'm also getting, you couldn't get into this hoe if you didn't sign your soul, without a doubt. So you had to be contracted. This is all under contract. Okay, these contracts. The Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of, yeah. So same shit. Something about women. It's symbolic. We all know what's I'm getting something about dark-skinned women was popular during this time as well. I'm not doing that right now, so I'm not about to tell you that. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. So it was a group of people, like every single person that was in this group, or every single person that was connected to this, they was all had the same lineage. They all had went through the same shit. Like, we all know that, but they were all connected by like birth type shit, or by like astrology. Okay, like they all have some type of placement similarity. Okay, but I'm getting some like symbolic about Tupac and Biggie. Okay, they was actually for the people. The people really fucked with them. I'm also getting like real connections that these people had with them. Like it didn't, like they didn't seem too far away. This is like a person who dies and you feel that shit. Like kind of like Michael Jackson as well. I feel like Michael Jackson, you can't touch that nigga. It's certain niggas that could be touched, and it's certain niggas that can't be touched. Like Michael Jackson was untouchable to me. Like I feel like if anytime a nigga like see you and they pass out, that's a strong energy that you have to hold. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But y'all know I was also thinking about Michael Jackson. Y'all think he really touched them kids? No shade, because, you know, I was actually thinking, why the fuck would an older man have you know what I'm saying, a sleepover with kids? Like, I love Michael Jackson to death, just saying. It's just a thought. Like, why? Like, why? Just saying, like, I love him to death, but I'm just saying, like, why? Yeah, Tower, like, why would you? Like, have y'all ever had a sleepover with someone you didn't know for no reason? I can believe they were possessed, but I'm just saying they weren't possessed. I don't know if that's a joke or not, but like they be saying, I read this too, it's like scientifically proven, like they be like in certain type of thing, they be saying like these kids be possessed, and that's why they be like pulling out this certain energy. No, they're not possessed. Bitch, all I'm saying is, why would you? And I'm sure y'all have it. It's 220 people in this hole. I'm sure not one of y'all have. For what? What will be the reason? And they not the first people. A lot of these people in that hoe, they do the same shit. But I'm just saying, what the fuck would be the reason? Other than to do something else. Just saying. But we're gonna move forward. Like I said, Michael Jackson is like untouchable though. He has a lot of power. Or his presence is like immaculate. Then, okay, so Michael Jackson whole shit, I feel like his whole shit was fucked up too. I feel like nobody really talk about Michael Jackson shit because I feel like the fact that he died is fucking us up so bad. You know how something else just distract you from the whole bitch? Like, bitch, I already killed this nigga. Like, y'all could put the bitch in the hospital. You hear me? Y'all gonna kill my nigga though. This nigga is a fucking, like, there's no words to get explained. Like, bitch, you can't say this nigga a legend. You can't, this nigga's all of them in one. Like, what? And you gonna kill this nigga? He supposed to be one of the niggas that die from natural causes and shit. And then when your label go under, then when you stop profit, and then when y'all start getting exposed for the hoorah shit, you wonder why. Bitch, you're not supposed to be killing these people. Hell yeah. Like, that shit don't even make no sense. It's like the biggest entertainer ever. If Madonna's still alive, if all them niggas still alive, why the fuck that nigga couldn't be alive? Hell yeah, he had to be tricked. Because first of all, Michael Jackson was into plastic surgery too. That's probably why he was the biggest alive. Michael Jackson was into plastic surgery too. They gonna tell us whatever. I believe whatever he want us to believe. That's it. Shit, because he was into plastic surgery before anybody was into plastic surgery, if you want to think about it. Like, shit, if you really want to think about it. But I feel like Michael Jackson was finna, like, he was finna take over their shit. I feel like Michael Jackson would have been like Disney. If you seen where he was going with the shit, like, I think I could kind of understand why they was saying, like, oh, this nigga touch kids. I feel like low-key, he would have did some Disney shit. He had the money to do it. And everybody knew that shit. He would like, cause his house was called, what was it called? Neverland? That's Peter Pan. That's Disney. He did the same shit. I believe that. I believe he really did love kids. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he would have been on some other shit though. And he was a Virgo. You know, so crazy. Anytime shit like that happen, it's an imbalance, because Virgos literally rule self-healing. Virgos literally rule doctors. So he was he could have naturally healed himself or whatever the fuck he was taking pills from. But what if, I feel like the pill, whatever drug that they said that he took, that wasn't a drug. Of course, we know that. But what I'm saying is he wasn't taking what we thought he was taking. So I feel like we thought that he was taking a drug for something, but he was doing something for a whole nother reason. And that's the reason why I killed him, because it's always a loophole. I'm going to keep telling you that. Even if you're chosen, right? There's always a loophole. You can be somewhere at the wrong place in the wrong time. You can hang around the wrong people. You can, you know what I'm saying? There's always a loophole. And I feel like they found the loophole with him. So, yeah, that's trickery. Fentanyl, the IV fentanyl. Michael Jackson was kind of old though. He was like 50. He was 49, right? He was a little bit old. So I mean, shit. But that nigga was still performing and everything. So that's really not an excuse. Then the simple fact that like it's like, look. This is direct communication. 922. Who this is? Virgo? That shit popped up. Yeah. He was old in the bitch a little bit. I'm just saying. I don't know. Okay. Here you go again. Here, Virgo. Look at this. That's weird. I'm finna get off. Cause like I'm thinking now. Getting inheritance. I think he was finna inherit Disney. This is Four Wands is a home. This is also a foundation. This is a building. Like wasn't he about to buy something? He was finna inherit something. All of these people are significant. They all have like the same type of blood. Like this is like an estate. Yeah, I'm getting Disney for some reason. Michael Jackson. They was intimidated by that. He was buying Sony. He wanted to make music for Harry Potter. I could believe that. I feel like he would start making remakes and shits and stuff. He had enough money to. If you finna buy Sony, bitch, you got a lot of money. And clearly they didn't fuck him off. Shit. And they knew that shit. They knew they didn't fuck him off. Bitch, they gave him all his money. They had to. This nigga was making too much money. Bitch, they did too much for the world. They family made too much history. You hear me? They had to pay that nigga. Some niggas, they just let them they just tricked them niggas. But like his whole family was involved. His whole family was involved, bitch. They had to get them niggas that shit. And this nigga didn't marry that white woman and bought her kids and shit. Cause that's what my friend told me. I said, well, how is Michael Jackson kids white? He said, he bought them. I said, no, who the fuck he didn't. But that's what he said. Don't listen to everything you hear. They say he bought his kids from that lady from like birth. Is that true? Bitch, that's what he said. That's what my friend said that he said. And I be believing him because he know like some secret shit. That's what he said. Like, ain't that so weird? Do y'all think okay, I'm finna get out of here. Do y'all think like something going on? Like, how is they having white kids? Like, even OJ Simpson's daughter has like literally, she's like white with like blonde hair. That shit is suspicious. Are they buying their kids? Oh, okay. Did everybody know that, or is just me? Yeah, his shit probably would have been fun to bitch. And Disney dead. Bitch, no shade. But Disney dead. And his shit still live legacies. If Michael would have lived a good extra 10 years, he probably would have made some movies. He would have been bigger than he was, and they was scared of that. Ain't no one in the history of life is worth more dead than alive. Unless you finna profit off of their ass. How? How am I worth more dead than alive? To you, of course. Someone who want to trick me. No one in life is worth more dead than alive. I don't know where the fuck people get that shit from. Like, who said that? Y'all know that video? Who said that? Like, literally, who said that? Like, yeah, I'm worth more dead than alive. Of course, when you have all access to my publishing rights, because I'm not there, duh. Hello. And this nigga had our publishing, he had our ownerships of his publishing rights. Like, our ownership. So, bitch, of course I gotta be dead for you to make more money off of me. Of course. I feel like they be tricking like this about a bitch. Of course I'll be worth more to you when I'm not here, because I'm not with you no more, of course. Like, of course, bitch, duh. Like, that's not brain science. Of course, if I die, yeah, you have full access to do whatever, right? They shouldn't though, because it should all go to his family, actually. Right? It should be going to his family, but even that's fucked up, because that means like these people be killing their own family because they want that inheritance. Say, bitch, when I die, bitch, I'll be the type of bitch, I'm so motherfucking, I think about shit so motherfucking hard, I will literally spend all my money before I die. Just so you will not steal my shit, bitch. I will literally spend all my money before I die. And I will literally put in my will, do not fund any GoFundMes. Like, bitch, I swear to God, I would put all of that shit in my will. Like, bitch, that shit be crazy. Say father of family and queen. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I'm gone, though. They always do.